welcome back to Subsistence. Okay, guys, the Alpha 45 patch is in full effect. Now, I just to let you know, I had recorded a couple of videos prior to the patch, and I didn't realize when it was dropping. So now we're caught up. This is basically the first video following the patch, but it's not that big of a deal because, frankly, that patch was largely related to hunters, the AI, their fortresses, and things like that. So, and a lot of changes that would affect co-op or high-end games, that are well established and so forth. So, not as much effect on us in this single-player. Just we're basically just starting out. But I've spent a little time going around looking for stuff, and I've found the new berry plant looks definitely different than the fiber plant. For the longest time, I thought they were the same plant, that sometimes it was berries and sometimes it was fiber, but apparently they did have different skins on them. They just look so similar, I never could tell the difference, but now you definitely can. So we're going to be looking around. I'll be just doing a lot more grindy farming and whatnot as we go here. But I definitely want to check that out. And I have noticed also the change when you make sticks now, you get 2 sticks from a log, and that is a really welcome change because, it never really made much sense to me that you'd only get a single stick out of a big log. So now that makes a little more sense. I would think you could get a half a dozen sticks out of a big log, but he decided to go with just 2, and that's the way it is. So we've got that going for us now. And so, yeah, less of our logs being used up to make arrows, and I've got a lot of arrows right now, which is great. So that's clearly a fiber plant. Let's run around the plains here where we can get a good look and see the one thing he did change, and he made mention of in the patch notes, was that there were hot zones where there was like overspawns of predators, and so as I've run around, it seems as though there aren't quite as many predators as there were before, and probably that's related to the change in their spawns. So, that makes sense. But yeah, let's just look around and see what we can find out here. Oh, and I'm gradually getting a stockpile of. Okay, let's press the right buttons. I'm getting a stockpile of the various different ores, so when we're ready to place the BCU, which, by the way, I plan to do pretty soon, but I want to put it on the second floor, and we don't yet have a second floor. So again, I've got to grind out a lot of materials so we can build a second floor, and then we'll place the BCU. Because if I'm not mistaken, the BCU has a spherical coverage area, so it would make more sense to have it up on a second or third floor, and then it will cover down to your bottom floor, better, and so forth. So yeah, rather than having kind of a dome-shaped coverage area, you have more of a spherical coverage area. So I saw that bunny, and I want to get that bunny, but for now, I'm just going to get this tree. And let's see about the bunny. They ran this direction. Yeah, whenever they run up over, we're probably not going to find it because... okay, that's a wolf over there. Yeah, whenever they run up over a hill like that, in my experience... Oh, look. This is what the new berry plant looks like. It's very clearly different looking than any of the other plants, and that was very welcome because I'm almost out of berries, guys. I've been having to eat lots of kelp to keep up with my veggie needs because I've just not been finding a lot of... It's a chicken. We're going to get that chicken. It's not a vegetable, but they kind of... chickens might as well be vegetables. I know some vegetarians who eat chicken, and look at their feet. They look like roots of a tree or a plant or something. So they're part vegetable at least, right? Right? Am I crazy? I'm just saying. They look like they could be part plant. But whatever. Look, we're going to get a bunch of stuff today because I need a bunch of stuff. And I want to have a big supply of ammo before we place the BCU because now The hunters spawn sooner. Oh, look, another berry plant. That's great. The hunters are going to spawn a day sooner. Now, their base location proximity has been adjusted. So, from what I read, it seems as though they might be farther away than previously. But I'm not going to swear by that. It's just my understanding of how I read the notes. But let's hope. Let's hope that they give us some room in between them so that I'm not wedged in it. Because I am in an area that they could potentially surround me. And then I've got basically my base and that little pond, and I can't get out. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But, this area right over here, right next to this fence, it's not, we could build a base, like, on top of this. I hear a bear. Oh, it's right over there. If I grab this chest, is it going to come for me? Doesn't look like it. Okay, just stay over there, bear. He's grumpy. We don't like those grumpy bears. But yeah, up on top of that would be an interesting place to put a base. And then if the BCU coverage area is spherical, like I assume it to be, you could potentially have stuff down below that would be within range of the BCU. I don't know. Kind of like it, but I've already spent so much of my resources on like all my wood and nails and cordage and stuff in building that base by the pond. And frankly, having a base right on the edge of water is super convenient. It would be really difficult for me to say, oh, let's just build a whole new place over there. If I was playing multiplayer, that might be a different thing. We have multiple bases, locations, and so forth. But yeah, for a single player, especially since I play so many different games and I do all these different series, and I'm uploading 3 to 4 videos per day on different games, I don't have the time for that. I just don't have the time to do all that. Especially since I'm actually playing and passing some time in between so that you guys don't have to be with me for every grindy hour as I'm trying to progress to get to the point where we actually have something new to show. But there is a lot of grindiness in this game. That being said, I don't mind it. I mean, I like games that force you to work for what you get. Just handing it to you is not that bad. But I have also had an idea, like when it comes to ground spawns. Here's an idea for Cold Game. If Cold Game ever sees this, or any of my videos, or someone passes along, or they think it's a good idea and they spread the word or whatever. Look, what about a slider bar that allows a player to specify how thick the ground spawns are? And within reason. Obviously, you don't want him to have a slider bar that gives like 100 times concentration or something. No, something like maybe from 0.5 to 3 times or 5 times, so that a casual player wouldn't have to spend so much time hunting for loot crates and plants just to stay alive. Because, like, look at me, I'm sprinting all over the place, and how many berries have I found? 2. And 1 carrot. And I'm going to eat all of that just to keep up with the veggie needs for what I've expended today. So I'm not making any headway on that. Now, that being said, once we get going with gardening, that situation's going to change. But for now, it's really, really difficult to keep up with the needs. So yeah, I don't know. It would be a nice thing to be able to have a slider that allows you to adjust the grindiness aspect of the game a little bit. To, suit your gameplay style. And for someone like me that has a limited amount of hours that I can spend grinding, if I had to spend more time just pounding on trees to get the wood that I need, but didn't have to spend nearly as much time going out and getting loot crates and looking for the veggie plants and all that stuff, it would make it better. It would make it the whole situation so much better. But it's not like that currently, so we go around looking for stuff. But I did notice I need to eat something, and we're going to eat that chicken, and we're going to eat a berry, and we're going to eat a carrot. And I think it's about time for us to start heading back towards our base. Oh, look, there's 2 crates right up on the side of this. Yeah, that's nice. Get these 2 crates right next to each other like that. Oh, and a berry. How nice. Ooh, looks like we've got a storm coming in, too. Now, so far I haven't experienced anything more than rain. If there is anything more than rain in this game, like if it snows or hails or sleets or anything like, I haven't yet experienced anything like that. And so far the rain hasn't really seemed to impede me at all, other than, visually makes things, line of sight a little bit more difficult. And at night it's like pitch black because, it kind of blocks out the moonlight a little bit, if there is any moonlight. So I don't know which direction I'm heading, frankly. I'm hoping that I'm heading back towards our camp. I recently let my fire go out, and so I've been forced to start using up my biofuel to make fire starting kits. And so I don't want to do that too often because I don't have enough biofuel to just do that all the time. But where the heck are we? Okay, I think I know where we are. If I head straight in that direction, we should hit our camp. But we're not going to bypass this crate. Oh, a shotgun shell. That is so welcome. Okay, just a fern. Freaking ferns. Oh, another crate. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Did I hear a bear? Yeah, okay. He's grumpy. He's over there, though. Let's get this crate. More shotgun shells. Nope. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, okay. So it's raining now. I mean, state the obvious. And I think I did let my fire go out. I don't see a glow. Or do I? Nope. Damn. Alright, well, it is what it is. Well, we haven't used up more wood, other than what was just in that fire. So, alright, let's put away some stuff, and then we'll get the fire going. In fact, biofuel. Yeah, we only got 14 biofuel. So I'll need 1 of those. And we need a fire starting kit, which means 2 sticks, and cool thing, we go to the stick and use only 1 log, thank you very much, to make the 2 sticks, and fire starting kit. There we go. Okay, might as well go ahead and butcher up our chicken and bunny. And we'll get this stuff going here. Alright, we'll go ahead and also get some water going. Well, it looks like that's just raindrops, right? It's just rain. It doesn't show me getting wet standing out here. You'd think it would. But I will be getting wet in just a second here because I'm going to I'm going to go swimming for some kelp. But now it shows I'm wet. And that's not just because my feet were in the water. But now I'm drying, and that's all great. Okay. This now, one of the changes that was recently made was that this stuff would burn. So I have been warned not to just run away and leave my chicken and bunnies in there because that they do burn now. I don't know. Maybe they would burn before too, but it would just take a very, very long time. I don't really know. But yeah, wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to eat both of those, and that didn't even fill me up. And there, well, we're pretty close to full on that, but not quite. So let's take a quick dip out here. I'm cautious because if there's a wolf or bear, oh, I like the lightning effect. That's good. Yeah, I just don't want to be swimming down here with a wolf or bear nearby. They'll swim in and eat me. Oh, this is, yeah. Am I not going to be able to get that? Wow, that stinks. Let's try it again. Huh. Yeah, I can't get to it. It seems. Alright, well, whatever. We don't get that sandstone, apparently. Let's try over here. Yeah, the kelp. The kelp is keeping me alive right now, frankly. Because I'm just not finding enough berries. And the veggies, like those raw veggies, they don't give you a whole lot of vegginess when you eat them. Not like a single berry, apparently, gives you far more nutrition than a single carrot. Which seems a little odd, but that's the way it works. For now, we're going to store stuff. And yeah, I might as well just keep storing all of this ammo. So I'm getting some of these other ammos here that we're not currently using because I can't make those weapons yet. Oh, I think I'm putting that in the other crate. So I am curious just what effect that, I'm running around in just these default light pants that you get, and no shirt. I'm out in the rain, and boy, it sounds like that wind chill would get me, right? But it still shows it's 16 degrees Celsius, and I'm wet. I'm soaking wet. I don't know. Is this going to affect my health or stamina or anything like that? I really don't know. Let's run around in the rain for a while. I like that. The lightning looks very spooky. Now, one thing with the sound of the wind and the thunder and everything, it's possible that I won't notice a predator growl. So I kind of got to use my eyes a little bit more than relying on my ears to be informed when there's a predator about to start stalking or charging. But it does seem that the change he made to the spawns has potentially reduced the number of predators that we're going to have to be contending with. There's a bear over there. That was pretty easy to see. Yeah, the sound of the wind, though. Now it's showing it's 14 degrees Celsius. That's still not an uncomfortable temperature. I would think it would be lower than that. Like maybe not the actual temperature, but you know, considering in wind chill and so forth, that I should start shivering here pretty soon because of, you know, potentially hyperthermia or something, you know. Oh, that's a wolf. Huh. It doesn't seem that we're suffering any ill effects. I do want to hunt more chickens, though. Chickens and bunnies if we can. Oh, there's another berry. Great. Very nice to find those in a crate. Okay. Is that wolf stalking? I didn't hear that wolf, like, growl or anything. Alright, let's just run away. I'm a little paranoid. I have this feeling that I'm going to be just looking around for stuff, stalking a chicken or something, and next thing I know, I've got a wolf just biting my rear end. And I won't have heard it growl. So yeah, I'm looking for the small game animals, but if we don't find any out here like this, it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and use up a shell on a wolf. In fact, what are you? You're a wolf. Yeah, why don't you come over here? Oh, and there's a crate. Let's get that. Hope that wolf body doesn't despawn. Yeah, I've had odd situations where, you know, I shoot an animal and then I have to contend with another animal or something, and it's not like I've gone very far away from the corpse, but it despawns anyway within a really kind of what I would consider very short period of time, and it's just gone. And so that's, yeah, when my shotgun shells are as rare and precious as they currently are, I don't want to risk that, you know, wasting a shell. But also, it's a bit of a balance. I need the cloth and the fat and stuff, because once we place the BCU and we start with the wood burner, and then I start rendering fat in order to get biofuel to power a generator, I'll want to have a lot of fat. So, you know, as we go here, if I can keep my diet augmented, you know, protein-wise, with a few wolves here and there, that just means I'll be stockpiling more and more of the fat for us, and that's a good thing. So, all right. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the weather really affected me adversely. But let's go ahead and get this cooked up. I can drop off some of this stuff. What are we putting in here? Just that, really, huh? Okay, well, let's go ahead and get some water. do like the just, you know, it breaks the monotony to have the weather effects and, you know, the thunder and lightning and all that. I like it. I do like it. All right, let's see. Kelp. Kelp, kelp, kelp. Ooh, there's quite a few of them over here. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's really good. You know, I want to see about that sandstone up there, but you know, I can't really see over the little hill over there, and it's just, I don't know. I'm a little paranoid. I just don't want to risk it. I just don't want to risk it for the biscuit. Okay, and you know what? Let's just eat that. Oh, and look at that. Our max health just increased. That's great. That's super great. All right, we're going to eat a little kelp, and that'll put us up nicely. Yeah, we're pretty close to full on that. So, all right. Well, our max strength didn't go up with that meat, but you know, max health is now at 93, and gradually going up every time we eat something. So, I don't know if you can tell, there's a little tiny thin bar down beneath those, like under my health bar, there's a little tiny red bar, and then under my strength bar, there's a little tiny blue bar. Which indicates progress to your next level. It's not like it's a real level or anything, but to your next bump or whatever. So, well, it looks like the rain has stopped, but it's still cloudy and windy. I'm hesitant to go too far away because look how dark the sky is, even though it's not nighttime yet. I think as soon as the sun sets, it'll be like pitch black. I won't be able to see my way back. So it might be a good idea to just gather some wood in a really nearby area here. Call that good and stay real close to home. So I'll probably spend a little bit of time now just doing additional resource gathering because like today was very uneventful. I did spend a day doing gathering prior to this video, which was also very uneventful. Just run around doing exactly what we did today. So, yeah, it's raining again. Interesting. So I'll probably do a little more of that. So we have, wow, I can't see even where the trunk of the tree is. All right, well, whatever. It's right here. So yeah, I think what I'll do is just continue getting enough resources together, making logs and cordage and all that stuff, and probably fabbing up some pieces, making a ladder to get us up, and then figuring out how we're going to build this base up higher. I don't know. I'm thinking too, when hunters come, this is not I'm going to take a beating from them. I might want to consider building up onto that rock. I don't know. I'll look into it, but wow, the weather. That's cool. But for now, I think, yeah, we've done fine. We got a little more progress, and like I said, I'll continue doing the grindiness to get a bunch of resources together for us to be ready to do more building and get a BCU down. But for now, thank you so much for joining. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please smash that like button. Leave me any comments, tips, tricks, recommendations, or death threats. Subscribe, share, and favorite. And we'll talk with all of you again very, very soon. And I'll just get a bunch of planks queued up.